I can't fucking believe Kazuma. Like, this whole episode is a literal Kazuma focused episode of just how his personality is. Right off the bat, he's already about to get himself killed. And look, I love the interaction, the brother sister relationship he's having with the princess, because clearly the princess needs someone to look upon, admire, I guess. I don't know, some fucking word that basically means that, hey, I am your older sibling, I will be here for you and make sure that life isn't shit. And that is what Kazuma is showing, the good, the bad, and all the shenanigans that Konosuba comes with. However, I think I draw the line when this fucking idiot is doing two things. One at the beginning, one at the end of the episode. We'll get to the first part. First of all, trying to get completely losing his shit whenever he's telling the princess, oh, please call me older brother. Oh, I'm like, oh my, or big brother. I'm like, oh my fucking god, no, Kazuma, please. Like, I actually respect you. You're supposed to be the sensible one of the group. You're supposed, well, it's not respectable one because all four are fucking nut jobs. Even he is to a degree, but fucking hell, you're supposed to have the at least more common sense. But I guess without the other three completely forcing him to be the straight man, quite literally, he he kind of starts reverting into his very, very suspicious attitude. Which, by the way, before any of y'all get the wrong idea, I love this episode. This episode made me fucking laugh. I just can't help but Kazuma is just losing his ever-living mind. That is the main crux of this. Anyway, so yeah, he is enjoying himself a little too much, considering the fact that he wakes up. He calls the butler Sebastian, which is kind of funny because most characters in anime that have butlers are usually named Sebastian. And actually, before this, Kazuma gets notified by, well, the princess that she does apologize, that this is one of the rare times she's acted selfish. So, you know, this is an interesting thing now. She is acting selfish because she met Kazuma. Kazuma is a tad bit selfish, but he can be honestly rudely honest. But backtracking, so he's trying to be like all happy because he's being called the older brother. Then he completely fucks it up like every other character in this fucking show. And yeah, he loses that privilege. But to summarize most of the episode, there's a lot of wholesome stuff between the two. Because the Princess Iris is sheltered. She doesn't know a lot. She is constantly monitored as well as protected, which also means that she has limited interaction. She has to act a specific way, and you know, the whole devil and his army are just constantly causing problems for her kingdom, so she has to also be guarded at a lot of times. So having Kazuma, someone who's just completely vibing, come in and help her out to kind of have some fun, even if it's for a brief moment, is very helpful. However, what I do like is eventually, as these days go by, and he basically tells one of the servants, I forgot her name, to tell his party members that, yeah, he's going to stay longer. It's clear at that point that they're not going to stand for it. And they don't. Because just as he's going on a fucking tangent on Mary, the other servant, obviously Darkness is right there, very fucking disappointed with Megumin and Aqua by her side, which is one of the rare times that Kazuma is shown to genuinely be in the fucking wrong, only to obviously start fucking freaking the fuck out. Man, using a lot of that word. Let's be real, they weren't gonna let him leave for a long period of time. Not to mention that their group would completely dysfunction without the one person who can hold it together. But aside from that, they have a banquet of the goodbye thing, because the princess even knows that, yeah, Kazuma has to return back, thanks to Darkness explaining that, yeah, there are friends back home that are gonna miss him. So, and plus it's his job to actually take on these adventures. He's an adventurer. So, you know, a lot of shenanigans happen. Clearly Darkness is in a position, since she's a noble and she needs to represent herself as such, she is in an uncomfortable state where they want to pair her with the prince, only for Kazuma to try to help the situation, but all he's doing is basically bringing up stuff that is embarrassing and bad for a noble, which, I mean, to be fair, it sort of helps, I guess. I mean, his poor fucking hands are busted. But other than that, he has another wholesome moment with the princess. He tries to get an idea, which is the second thing I want to pin him. His dumbassery is trying to be very, very, quote-unquote, smart and attempting to stay longer by trying to catch the noble thief. Only for that to backfire already because he has to stay with the noble that he blew up his mansion back in season 1, which led to the trial in season 2. Like, oh my fucking gosh, Kazuma. I love this character, but he pisses me off half the time. Other than that, very, very fun episode. Like, man, season 3 starting off with a fucking banger after banger.